YouTube. Hey, what's everybody up to? Saturday morning. Like to get up a little early, sort things out for the day. That's kind of what I'm doing right now. Thought I'd make a quick video, a little update video. I had some parts show up this week that I'm kind of excited about, and I thought what I would do is share that with everybody. I actually had three things. Two kind of small things and one kind of big thing. You can kind of see over my left shoulder right here. You got a new intake manifold. I'm going to talk about that at the end of this video. But first, I want to share with you some roller lifters that showed up from Ferrea and some intake valves that showed up from Ferrea. I'm actually really excited about both of those things. So here's the thing about Valvetrain. Super important. Everybody's got to pay attention to. If you're going to turn a motor, relatively high RPM, you need to pay particular attention to the weight of the Valvetrain components. It's like Valvetrain 101. It's super important that you at least know the weight of all the components, so that way when you're purchasing Valvetrain parts, you know what you're getting and you know what the result is going to be, because the weight of the components affect the valve spring's ability to control all the chaos. Here's what's going on. Originally, I was going to run this really beautiful Ferrea 2300. As my engine combination sort of evolved a little bit and I started to realize that I'm going to probably turn this engine a little harder than I originally intended, all of a sudden I started thinking about how am I going to control this big intake valve. And at 300 diameter, it comes in at 152 grams, which isn't bad. It's definitely the heaviest component in the Valvetrain. So what I decided to do is get back in touch with Ferrea and order up a set of F1382s, custom length to match the same length as what the stainless valve was. So check this out. Same 300 diameter, same length, radial keeper groove cut in the top. This one comes in at 101 grams. It's amazing the difference in weight. It's nice to know that you got a lighter weight component in there, so that way at least the valve spring can do its job, keep it all under control. I'm not going to run a titanium valve on the exhaust side for the simple reason that the exhaust valve, because they're only 1.780" in diameter, it comes out at 125 grams. So it's not that heavy compared to 152 grams of the intake valve. So that's what we're going to do there. I'm pretty excited about these new valves. I'm looking forward to setting them in the head, lapping them a little bit and seeing where they're at. Maybe I'll share that with you too when I get back to putting the cylinder heads together. The other thing that showed up was a new set of roller lifters. When I decided to go to the Bill Mitchell block, I decided to push rod oil the engine. In doing that, I needed to make a change in the lifter. So I called up the fellas down at Ferrea. I looked through what they had to offer, and I decided to pick up a severe duty cutaway lifter. It's a 66 384-16. I'll show you what we got in there. It's pretty neat. It's actually going to be an improvement over the lifter that I was going to run previously. I'm not going to say whose lifter that was, but it wasn't a Ferrea. These are pretty dang cool. They're the cutaway body. They're only 121 grams. That's not bad. I'm excited to run this lifter in the motor. I feel like it's definitely going to help stabilize the Valvetrain. So anyways, that's what came in. Now let's talk about this intake manifold. So a friend of mine on Instagram, 65 boosted, he's got a 65 Plymouth with a big block in it and a Pro Charger, I think. It's a really cool car. He hits me up on Instagram and says, hey, I got an intake manifold that might be perfect for your new engine. And it got me all interested. So he sends me some pictures, liked what I saw. We settled on a price. He ships it out. I open it up. I fall in love with this thing. It's really nice. It's a nice piece. Somebody did a really good job building this thing. I don't know much about the history other than it was on a 600-inch motor with 2 dominators. It looks really nice. I immediately hit it with the simple green and some steel wool and got it, starting to get it shined up and stuff like that, cleaned up anyways. Threw it up on the engine. I'm super, super happy with it. What I'm going to do is I'll roll some still pictures of the manifold, and I'll show some pictures of the valves and the roller lifters at the end of this thing, and we'll just go from there. But anyways, I just wanted to touch in with everybody, share a little bit of my excitement for what showed up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run upstairs. I'm going to edit this real quick. I'm going to post it, and I'm going to get down here and get some sanding done on my engine compartment. Look at that. She's looking rough. Anyways, I hope everybody's having a good Saturday. I hope everybody's getting work done on their cars or whatever it is you're working on. You know, every day isn't a car day, right? I mean, heck, I got to go in and fix a door handle on a bathroom. I got to do some other chores too. There's just not enough hours in a day. Anyways, everybody have a good day, have a good weekend, and get a lot of stuff done. And I'll check back in later. And if you could, please hit the like button. I'd really appreciate that. And if you would subscribe, that would be even better. Eventually, I'll get it to where it doesn't feel like I'm just talking to a camera, right? I'd like to think that I'm actually talking to people that might be interested in what I'm doing. I will get better at making these videos, and they'll get easier to watch. Let's just say that. All right, everybody, take care.